Hi everybody, Sandra here from Createinspain. Today I want to see if I can save you some money for your embossing needs. Now I was looking at some papers the other day and I saw some linen effect paper that I thought was really nice, very classy. It's rather expensive, so yeah, not going to be done on my budget. However, I did wonder if there was a way to get something similar, and that led to a little bit of experimentation, as these things often do. So this is quite a nice effect. Forgive the dirt smudge on it because I was excited trying things out, and this is what I used. So this is a grippy sort of plasticky non-slip matting. It's commonly used in the caravanning industry to stop things from moving around when the caravan is moving. And I put it through my Gemini and it came out really well with a really good texture on it. So I was quite impressed with that one. So the next one I tried was a piece of shelf liner, and this gives a great result. Hopefully you can pick this up on screen. It's very hard for me to tell on the camera screen whether you can see it or not. But it's a very fine diamond pattern, and you can definitely feel that it's embossed. So this is again a shelf liner, commonly found in these parts, and you just buy a roll of it. I've got some scraps hanging around. I also tend to use this sort of thing underneath the foot of my sewing machine, the pedal, because we have tiled floors and the pedal just goes walkies when you're using it. That's why I've got quite a few different types around. So the next one I've got here is from a straightforward piece of polyester cotton. I wasn't sure that this would do anything at all, but on careful inspection of the card, it definitely does. Not a very heavy effect, but it's definitely given it a texture. You can possibly see the outside lines where, you know, it's just a triangular piece of fabric I put through. But this has got the texture that does not have. So very subtle, but worth a try if you don't have anything else. And the next one, have you ever thought you can use cleaning materials to emboss with? Yeah, probably not, but you know me, I like to experiment. This is a completely unused, I hasten to add, cleaning cloth. It's supposed to be for glass. I don't actually like it for cleaning. It came as part of a pack of 5 microfiber cloth, and I don't actually like them for cleaning. So I was quite happy to cut this in half to see whether it would work. And it does. It gives quite a nice, it's on this side, quite a nice, very subtle emboss. Not as subtle as the fabric did, so it's got a more obvious texture to it. You can see the texture quite easy when you look at it. The other one, you only see it in certain lights. This one you would see it regardless. And again, all I had to do was put that in my embossing machine, and yeah, with the usual plates, and that worked just fine. Now the pièce de résistance is something that I purpose made for this, but out of something very cheap. Now this is a book binding piece of plastic. I bought a whole load of them from Amazon. This is the Fellows brand, and this is actually a frosted binder cover, and it is 500 microns thick. Now you can get, and I have got 240 microns, I just happened to choose the thicker one for this. And this is what I would call a shallow emboss. I designed the file, and it does look, when you look at it closely, like linen, but it is a very shallow embossed look. Very subtle, but very nice nonetheless. So I thought to myself, well, if one go of this gives me a subtle one, maybe if I go over it again, I will get a less subtle effect. And this is the result. This looks like a really nice linen effect. I like it. I might try doing it with a third pass. This was 2 passes of the design. I might try doing it with a third pass to see if I can get it even thicker, but this worked very, very well. I was quite impressed. Now the design is one that I made myself, and if I put my hand underneath it, you can see at close inspection it looks like it's just checkered, but it isn't. I didn't just do a load of checkers. What I did to make this file was I did lots of repeats of the single line going in one direction. Then I took one of those lines and I repeated it, but it was closer together, and then I did another repeat with some further apart. So you get this more random woven look. It's not checkerboard effect. And then once I got that to the way I liked it, I took the eraser tool in SCAL and I erased little bits of some of the lines. So once I'd done that, I simply copied it, pasted it, rotated it to do the same thing across there, centered them up, and that was it. When I sent it to the cutting machine, first of all, I scored it once and then I scored it a second time. Now the tool that I use to do this is not your normal scoring tool. It is actually designed to scratch the surface. It's an etching tool. So that's what I used for this, and because it's plastic, it etches nicely. And obviously this is going to keep going and going and going, and I don't have to worry about cleaning it up or anything. You know, it's just going to give me the texture that I want on my paper. Now I chose to do a 15 centimeter square because it's not very often I do any card fronts bigger than that. So yeah, I could have done it the whole A4 size, but I didn't bother. So there we go. That's how to get a linen effect texture without paying the earth for it. And you can do it on your cutting machine. If you've got a cutting machine and you're not making your own files, you are really wasting a lot of money. I will give you a link to this file down below in FCM and SVG format so you can have a go with it yourself. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Take care now.